back to our page. So we're cooking again tonight. Normally we are at prayer on Tuesday night, so we're not usually at home. But I went to a workout class. I actually went to 2 workout classes, and when I tell you that my poor little legs can barely stand up, I mean, that is the absolute 100% truth. And I almost didn't think I was going to be able to drive home because I was just in so much pain. But anyway, so I'm at home with the kids, and of course they worked out and I worked out, so we're all kind of hungry. And we are finishing up the rest of our turkey Thanksgiving meal. And so we're doing tonight a baked turkey roll-up. And I just want to show you what I'm working with. So on this cookie sheet, I have some crescent rolls, and I actually got these with coupons. So this is 2 of the small packs of crescent rolls all laid out, and it makes like a circle shape. And then what I did was I pulled the last of the turkey off of the bone, and I just put it in a fry pan just to make sure that it was all done and heated through, because it had been in the fridge, so I didn't want to have to keep this in the oven too long. So I put it in the fry pan, and then to that I just added in some spinach, and I wilted that spinach down. That's about half a bag. And then to that we added some cheese. So the last thing we're going to add to this is some eggs, and we didn't cook the eggs all the way quite done. This is about 4 to 5 eggs, and we're going to take this and put it on our turkey roll, and then we're going to roll him up. So if I can get my helper to come over and just hold that for mommy. And what I'm going to do now is, you can tell my eggs aren't all the way done because it's still going to cook a little in the oven. So I'm going to take the eggs and lay it just on top. And then I sprinkled it with a little cheese, the Velveeta, y'all. I'm telling y'all, my nerves is bad, but we about done with this Velveeta. And as soon as I get it on, I'll make sure that it stays within the roll. So you're going to have to make sure you get it. You probably could cook your eggs a little bit less done, and then it would kind of be like a mash, but I'm not doing that. I'm just going to make sure that I sit it all back on here, because we're actually going to roll this. And then we're going to bake this in a 350 degree oven for about 20 minutes, just so that the crescent roll gets done. So I've gotten that. I'm going to grab a fork. Oh, that's a spoon. Grab a fork, and then just make sure I try to put as much of the eggs back on top. And remember, I have the cheese, the turkey, the spinach, and the crescent rolls. So the only thing I actually bought tonight that I did not shop out of my pantry was the spinach, because we were out of spinach. So I did stop at the grocery store on my way home and picked up a bag of spinach, because we did not have any and we eat it quite a bit. So what I'm going to do, now that I have, and that middle part is open, I guess you could cook something in there if you wanted to. Maybe if you wanted to do some apples or something, you could actually put them in the center and then sprinkle with a little brown sugar and let them cook like that. So what I'm doing now is I'm just grabbing my crescent rolls and I'm pulling them back across to kind of like close it some. And remember, I used 8 of these. And then I'm just going to close that over. You could sprinkle with a little more cheese on top of your eggs, but I think we're okay with what we got in there. Trying to not do so much dairy if I can help it. And so that's what our roll looks like. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dust this a little bit with an egg wash. So let me wash my hands real fast. And again, that's going in a 350 degree oven for about 20 minutes. I'm going to take 1 egg, and I'm going to put a little bit of water. So that's 1 egg, just a little bit of water, and I am going to mix, mix, mix to make an egg wash. So it's 1 egg and probably a teaspoon of water. Take my silicone brush, and I'm just going to dust this or wash it with the egg wash, and that's just going to make it golden brown. I never saw my grandmother dust a biscuit, and it was golden brown every time. I got this off of Tasty. If you see those, you know, those people who are on Facebook quite a bit, see those Tasty meals. I actually saw this earlier, and I was thinking, what can I do with that leftover turkey? And so I thought, well, that'll be pretty good. And now that's going in a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes. So I'm going to put this in here. And then to finish up, we have just a little bit of stuffing that's just getting nice and warm. We're going to eat that. And we're going to put the timer on about 20 minutes. And then in this pot last night, I actually shopped my pantry again. And remember, I got the Uncle Ben's rice. I got Uncle Ben's rice for 50 cents. This was the rice that I got for 50 cents. I just used the chicken and vegetable flavor. And I put that in a pot. And all it needs is one cup of water and a little bit of margarine. And then I put in some light kidney beans and some red kidney beans. And then I had made a turkey gravy the other day, and simply what I did was I took a lot of the turkey breast that was left and I chopped it up, and I put in 3 packs of the turkey gravy, and it's just a cup of water to the 1 pack of turkey gravy, and I had that left over, and I just dumped everything in. And then today, just to warm it, I put a little bit of broth in here, just some chicken broth, and that's making a nice soup. It's not cold outside today like it was last night, but this is truly the end of all of our turkey. We don't have anything left. And then I'll show you the last thing that we have going over here in our crock pot is the remainder of our turkey carcass. And so I put it in a crock pot, and we're making bone broth. So we're going to let this cook on low in our crock pot for 24 hours. And then we're going to strain it off, get any of the meat that was left over on the bones, and we're going to strain off the fat, and that's going to be bone broth. And we're going to freeze that in our new freezer. So anywho, that's what we're doing at our house tonight. Not sure what you're doing, but we will let you see our turkey ring. And that's what it looks like. It's got the crescent rolls, the turkey meat, the spinach, a little cheese, and then some eggs on top. We washed it with a little bit of an egg wash. It's about 20 minutes, and that's going to be ready. So thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Everybody, welcome back. So we just wanted to show you after 20 minutes in the oven what our baked turkey roll-up looks like. And so again, we just put this in the oven for 20 minutes. Finished up the rest of our Thanksgiving turkey. Oh, let me take our stuffing out here. We have our stuffing that we just heated in the oven just to get it warm with the roll-up. But the main dish, or the main attraction here, is the roll-up. So again, I used 8 croissants, and these are nice and they're crunchy. So it's kind of still soft here where it's a little bit lighter, but here it's a nice firm flaky crust is what. So I used the croissants that I had purchased with coupons the other week. And then again down in here where you will see I did the leftover turkey that I just pulled off the bone. And then I sauteed a little bit of spinach. This probably would have been better with some fresh veggies like some onions and bell peppers and celery, but I didn't have any right on hand as I was just putting this together. So to the turkey and the spinach, we added in a little bit of cheese on top, and then I scrambled up about 4 to 5 eggs, and I just put it on top. Then I folded over the crescent rolls, dusted or brushed it with a little bit of egg wash, and stuck it in a 350-degree oven for 20 minutes. And this is what it looks like after 20 minutes. And let me show you underneath, in case you're like me, you just like a nice crust. I do. You can hear it crunch, and it's nice and crusty, almost like a pizza crust. But it's still tender and moist. I mean, like when I'm feeling it here, you can still, it's not hard, but it's nice and flaky and crusty. So anyway, this is what's the remaining of our Thanksgiving turkey. We're done. We're going to eat this, and we've got our stuffing that we just kind of threw in the oven just to get warm. And then we're going to finish up with our turkey and rice soup that I just put a little broth in just to bring that back up to warm. And we're going to finish up our meal. So we hope you're doing well. We'll see you next time. Bye.